Wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. Do you have a gout-ridden toe or bowels that move too slow, creaky knees, or how about an asthmatic wheeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566. That's 352-615-5566.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying and stump grinding services. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on your weed control and to take care of those troublesome stumps for an overall pleasing appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440, or online at powellgene@yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440.
All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. It's the 4th of July, Independence Day, which is why I'm using that music to bring you back to Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann is here to talk to you on the 4th of July. Carol Ann volunteers her time to do this, and we thank her for that. She's been doing it now for a decade or more. And
we lost count.
Just lost count. One day we'll have to look back. I don't know how we'll figure it out, but even your first show wouldn't be your first show because you were substituting.
I did I did some substitution.
Often.
For Suzanne. And you know, you said looking on the Facebook page, anybody interested, if you know somebody, even you can invite, tell them to, hey, even if they're not in Florida, because you can pick up the audio, or most of the time, somebody could watch from out of state.
That should be fixed right now, by the way.
I would try to answer some questions from out of state. I mean, just because general knowledge we can take and figure it out. But the In the Garden page is a closed group just in order to try to keep it from going overboard. It keeps it a little more private. But if you have a question, a comment, a photo, Kathy Snyder sent about 5 pictures of some neat insects within her yard. I'm sure that they're from the bee and a stink bug
which one is the stink bug? The green one?
The green one, right?
That's a
golden orb.
Stink?
They do when you crush them. They smell bad.
Oh my gosh!
And a bee and so it's just kind of neat. And also then Robin had shared some interesting stuff from Kathy Ruttenberger about, if you don't have roses yourself, somebody's got a rose bush you like that you can take and you can, propagate it. That's basically all you're doing with that. But her method was, or her thought was, you're getting your cutting and using cinnamon. I've just recently started hearing is using cinnamon for, you can use a rooting hormone, because today's cinnamon, you kind of wonder where that's actually coming from too. And placing it into a potato and then planting the potato. The reason that they're doing that, there's an explanation. The potato's doing absolutely nothing for the plant itself except providing moisture.
Oh, okay.
It's providing moisture in that area for the roots to
And where
form.
do you put the cinnamon?
It's on that cut edge where
on
you
the
make a
cut
nice
edge.
fresh cut where you want it to root. And I'm sure they're using it. I've heard of using cinnamon as a natural fungicide. I would be more apt to go with a rooting hormone.
Really?
But you can take and do cuttings because you don't want to put that cutting also out in the full hot sun. You want to take and put that in a pot that you can sit in the shade somewhere, or at least shaded from our hot afternoon sun, because it'll just, there's no roots to help absorb, to keep moisture going in, so that that top part will just desiccate quickly. We've done used to keep like just a small aquarium, and the soil underneath there, you just had that in there, it would stay moist, but it was under a tree. You just poked cuttings in the ground and stick the aquarium over top of it. You had a little mini greenhouse. The moisture in the ground, they weren't going to get rained on to get drowned in, but when it did rain, it would water that ground. They could take it up. No, you didn't get 100% propagation, viability, but after a few weeks, you could tell which ones were going to take. Give them a few more weeks, then just ease them up out of with a shovel, transplant them where you need to go. Another just one little tiny thing on it, because what she's saying, it'll work. It will be, that will work. Remember, you're not allowed to propagate patented plants. And yes, there are many plants out there nowadays that are patented, especially ones that have names. The knockout rose or the drift rose are patented roses. It is illegal.
So you can't propagate them?
You are not allowed to propagate them unless you are a licensed grower.
How many people?
There was a nursery.
No
There was a nursery in Marion County that was. I don't know if they were shut down. They were fined.
Really?
And all of their
with the
product that they
citizen?
had done. Well, if you think about it, many items that we buy on a regular basis are patented, and I would think that you're not allowed to, reinvent you can't repatent.
No, I know, but if I was at my neighbor's house and said, "Oh, there's a nice plant," she said, "Here, take one of them home."
Right.
And I brought it home, and I said, "Oh,
if you're doing it in your own yard, generally you're not going to get in trouble. But if you've got anybody who's going, "Ooh, I can do these because I sell a few plants at a yard sale every month, and I can grow these," right? You're making some money. But so just realize that it's there's a reasoning for it.
Got the phone ringing with that one.
Fantastic.
Let me do one at a time. First one waiting the longest. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning, Carol Ann.
Morning,
Larry,
Sonny.
Robin. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you.
To you.
And we got to remember that it was our Declaration of Independence that was produced and put forth today.
Yep.
41
years.
1 years ago.
Yep.
And it was the Constitution wasn't ratified until 1778 in September.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the New York Times, who I believe put the copies of the Constitution to be in their paper to be distributed or sold today or in the last week or something.
Right.
But anyway, the thing is, I followed your instructions. We did our crepe myrtle trees.
Okay.
And the one crepe myrtle tree came back. It looks almost the same size as what it was when it was trimmed. Cut back.
Right. So it grew the 4 feet or whatever you cut off, whatever you.
Yeah, it was a little more than 4 foot, some of the branches, because the tree is about 25 feet tall. Mm-hmm. It's not a little taller.
Right.
But one question is, the bottom part of the plant is all blooming like crazy, and the top part is just showing the buds. Now, I'm assuming maybe they'll start blooming.
If it has buds on it, it'll start blooming. Yeah.
Oh, all righty.
Yeah. It just took a lot of energy for that to grow up that high, and like you say, the lower branches, they came on. They got to a mature enough size that their flowers open first. So.
Right. Now, I did use, I believe, 10, 10, 10 on there, and
Okay.
also I think one of the fertilizers I picked was like a 666, and it was the literature said it would help more with the blooms and stuff on plants.
Well, it was
I don't know.
probably, yeah, I was going to say 666 and a 10-10-10 are just a basic fertilizer. You probably found one that was a bloom booster. It may have had a higher center number. Maybe it was a 6-8, or a 6-10, 6 or something like that with a higher middle number. That's usually your bloom for flowering plants.
But it really came back big time.
Fantastic.
Well, anyway, I just thought I'd give you a report on that because
Nice.
I followed your advice since last year when I was looking at it, and the fact that you do the trimming in around February.
Right, at the middle of February
So,
if you need to trim. Yep.
yeah.
Then-
I guess it was more than trimming; it was a major pruning job.
You cut yours way back. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, just to verify the fertilization and all that. And I
I'm
haven't-
glad it's come back
one-
nicely for you.
Yes. One last thing is I haven't seen those crazy ants, those with the orange bodies
Oh, good.
that day.
Good.
And I followed your advice on that and went around it with a, there is a carpenter ant termite mixture that
Yes.
you can put around. It's
Yep.
a liquid,
Yep.
and I use that,
Right.
and knock on wood, I'm banging my head
gone.
right now.
Yeah, they've gone away for it. Well, sure, and if you see them come back into that area, you may need to retreat because those nests can be quite a ways away. But you may can be, or you might have gotten lucky and gotten rid of the greater population of them, and that they will find a different location.
Well, anyway, happy Independence Day, and thank you so much for your information and your time, putting in your time to let everybody know how to help themselves with their gardens. And thank you, WOCA, and again, happy Independence Day to all.
And to you, Sonny. Thank you.
Thank you. And looks like you have another phone call squeezed in before we go to the break. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Happy 4th, guys.
Happy 4th.
Well, what a day. Not a cloud in the sky. That flag looks really great out there today.
Yeah.
Jay, I was shopping the other day, and boy, there's a lot of corn in the stores, and wonderful corn. And I asked the produce guy, who I'm friendly with, where it's from, and he said it was from Georgia. So the corn is slowly moving northward.
Yep.
And it's great quality corn. Now, the question I got is, do they have two crops in Georgia too, like we do here in Florida, or is it a little bit too far north?
I'm not real sure. I would think they might be able to get away with it. They would have to do theirs a little bit earlier. If they're doing a second crop, they're probably not waiting a whole lot longer after they harvest this first crop. Because you look at it, it's July now. They probably have been harvesting maybe for a week or two. And that, when they're finished harvesting, if they're going to try to get another one in, it would probably be put in rather quickly right after it. Unlike ours, who was probably finished by Memorial Day, theirs just started right after Memorial Day probably, and is now going to finish soon, and you'll be getting up into the Carolina corn and further, a little bit further west, Tennessee maybe, and that if they're going to get a second crop, it would go in promptly right after that.
Yeah, it's being from Wisconsin. We in Iowa area up there, everybody brags about how great the corn is, and it is really, really great corn. And the soil is so much different from up there, from down here, from dirt to sand.
Right.
The quality of corn down here is almost as good or as good.
It's a different variety of corn, just like when we grow in, say, onions. Here, we grow a lot of the what do you call it? Silver Queen corn or the Golden Queen and things like that, where it's a little bit different corn variety based on what's going to be grown further north, just by growing conditions, like you say, the soils and such being different, temperatures, rain quantity, and all of that. Onions, same thing. Here in Florida and Georgia and the southern states, we're generally going, especially here in Florida, with short day onions that are grown in the wintertime. You get up into Georgia, they can grow short day, maybe some of the mid-season onions. You get up north, they have to grow their onions in the summer months because it's too cold in the winter, and so you're going a long day onion, and that's just what it means, the length of the day on that. So with the corn, and it is a good quality. You got a good sweet onion coming from Florida. You get good sweet onions coming from Washington State. And Texas has some great sweet onions. Vidalia, Georgia, and so there are different varieties grown for the growing conditions where the farms are at.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like corn on the cob on the 4th of July. It's just two great things, and maybe a little Miller on the side.
There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. Sounds like a plan.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. If you want to call in, we have a half hour left. Oh, wrong song. I'm sorry, but this is a good one for the 4th of July. This is The Source, WOC. We'll be right back.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
If you or a loved one is suffering with knee, shoulder, neck, back pain, or tennis elbow and would like to learn how to get out of pain, go to Regenetic.com. Then listen in on the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to the people that give you the regenerative medical solutions to your pain. Regenetic, first and third Thursdays, 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source, Regenetic.com.
Langley Health Services, located at 7205 Southeast Merricamp Road in Ocala, is a federally qualified health center offering family practice, pediatrics, podiatry, dental, behavioral health, and radiology services. Most insurance accepted, sliding scale for those who qualify, and same-day appointments available until 4 p.m. with board-certified family practice and internal medicine physicians on staff. Langley Health Services, call today 352-680-7000. Breaking news from Tallahassee, the Florida Healthcare Association has announced this year's grand prize winner of their annual essay contest is Belinda Tanner, CNA at Palm Garden of Ocala. In her essay, Belinda shared, quote, CNAs must not only listen to the patient's verbal needs, but also be able to acknowledge and understand needs that are unspoken, unquote. To meet this amazing CNA and read her essay, visit Palm Garden, located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
What do I do now?
After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com. All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident, don't worry, call Fakuri. bestinjurycare.com.
All right, 83 degrees out there already. Wow, hard to believe. The chance of rain today, by the way, let's see, there's a 46% chance of rain sometime before 4 p.m., a 47% chance of rain sometime before 7 p.m., but then after that, it drops down to 18% chance. So hopefully by the time it's fireworks time, it's
done, and it usually is. It always freaks everybody out. But do remember, I know a lot of people are off work. I unfortunately do have to work today. Stay hydrated. We're out there having a good time, maybe playing in the pool, playing with the kids, cooking out. Generally, I know that there will probably be adult beverages involved, but those are not hydrating. Make sure you have a glass of water here and there, or wait a little while. Get some time out of the sun, as well as you're getting some sun. Wear your sunscreen. Stay hydrated. Keeps you from being sick the next day.
Good advice. Yeah. You have some phone calls. Let's take them. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a couple of big hollies, like they're 27 years old. We put those in.
Okay.
And they've been so pretty, but they're just looking kind of scraggly. I've never fertilized them. Is there something I can put on them?
Usually trees that are that large don't normally need any additional fertilizer than what natural stuff that just breaks down that's coming around them. But you know what? We had, a really dry spring and winter and things like that. You might want to go ahead and just give them, just something simple, a 666, holly tone, if you like the organics kind of thing, is a good fertilizer for hollies. But you might go ahead and do that. Just check underneath them, make sure that there's not been a buildup of leaf litter and things like that might need to be cleaned out a little bit, and then then give them a little bit of fertilizer.
Okay, and I just thank you. And last week I'd asked you about the Meyer lemon for my granddaughter. Of course, I just made me a big hero with her that I had all your information to share.
Oh, great.
And I have to tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
Because they came up for the long weekend, and we had met for brunch Saturday, and as we and her mom and dad were seated at the table, the waitress came up with one of those little children baby chairs, and we started to say, this is the wrong table, but it had a big sign on it that says reserved for baby.
Oh.
So we're going to be great grandparents in January.
Fantastic. Congratulations. What a neat way to...
I thought that was such a cute way to announce it.
Yes, it was. What a neat little way to do that. That's so cute. Wonderful. Well, congratulations to you and your granddaughter for...
Thank you.
Yeah. So wonderful.
And thank you for all your plant help over the years.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
Carolyn,
Bye.
before we go to the next call, Robin took a call out there at the office line. The caller wanted to know the name of your church. Is your church doing fireworks tonight?
No, I don't have a particular church, no.
On Baseline Road? Maybe. Did we say something earlier that made people think that? I don't know, but
maybe I know who was. Yeah, because I know. Well, of course, yeah, because you said something about.
Whoa, it's alive.
Yeah, moved. That God and Country Day was doing fireworks, and you also said On Top of the World, was doing fireworks.
And we did mention there were some churches
that may be having events, or they doing actual fireworks.
We may have said your name somehow in connection with that.
Maybe.
And maybe they thought, so I apologize.
No.
That might have been me misspeaking. All right, let me take a phone call. Yep. Good morning. You're on there with Carol Ann.
Yeah, good morning. In a non-plant related topic, have any of you watched the movie 1776?
No, I haven't.
It's a great movie to get off wherever you get movies from.
Sure.
It's an oldie, but it goes back to the 1970s. But it's a great movie in color.
Yeah.
And it's about all of the events leading up to the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It's a musical, so the characters sing part of it.
Wow. Okay.
It's got. And Ken Howard plays the part of Thomas Jefferson, and Ken Howard is not known as a singer, but he pulls it off. William Daniels played the part of John Adams, and Howard Da Silva, who was in the original Broadway cast as Franklin, replayed that part again. So.
Oh, okay. Might see whether or not we can look it up.
Yeah, the movie is called 1776.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
All right. Thank you.
To connect it to the garden, you can bring your TV out to the
There you go.
to the apple tree.
That's it.
You do have another call. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Well, it's Sunny again.
Yeah.
I have a little recipe I use for lemons. I make a drink out of it. Mm-hmm. And I'll take one lemon into a 32-ounce pitcher. Of course, you dice it up or cut it up.
Right.
And I let it sit there in the refrigerator, just lemon and water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And as I go for a drink, I'll put like a sweetener in the glass.
Right.
And it could be whatever your choice is.
Sure. If you use sweet and low or something.
Sweetener,
sure.
yes. Yeah. And add that 8-ounce glass, and you got a beautiful drink.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
And
just
it's
a little
very
lemon
refreshing.
water. Yeah, the lemon in the water does help you stay hydrated. It does seem to quench your thirst a lot better than plain water, and you're not getting like the sports drinks where you got a lot of salt and things like that in there. Unless you're really doing the perspire and out mowing the grass. Yeah, the lemon water is fantastic with like you say, a touch of sweetener.
Well, one other thing it does for you is it helps keep your electrolytes in order, especially if you're perspiring.
Yep, sure does.
So, anyway, again, happy Independence Day.
Thank you once again.
Thank you, Sonny.
Bye.
Phone lines are open if you want to call in. The number is 622-9622. Robin almost had the information for the church fireworks, but it looked like it was last year's information. So
okay.
She'll look it up again and bring it back in here. So
Cool.
Stay tuned. We'll get that for you. Yeah.
All right.
I have an odd question for you.
Okay.
Are there any plants that are truly independent? We talked about red, white, and blue. Are there any
independent, meaning they're just
they don't need anything to help them? Is that a Spanish moss? Is it independent?
No, but it has a symbiotic relationship with the air and everything else.
So everything is codependent. Everything is
everything has to have something. I mean, whether water, soil, sunlight, in order to survive.
We have a phone call. Thank you for calling. You're on the air. Good morning.
Yes, Carolyn did say something last week about a church on Baseline that had fireworks and said they were really good. That's what I was alluding to.
Oh, okay. Robin is looking it up right now. She found one on Maricamp, but that was, I think, from last year. So she'll be in here in just a bit when she finds whatever she has, okay?
Okay.
So, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't remember saying that, huh?
Mm-mm.
Gosh,
because I don't usually get a chance to go out to any of the fireworks. I, home keep the dog calm and I listen to the explosions over my house from neighbors who are
somewhere in the back of my mind. I feel like somebody said something about it,
and quite possibly, and it might have been somebody may have mentioned it to me.
Maybe
I may have said it.
Doppelganger.
Could be.
Your doppelganger.
My doppelganger, or somebody may have given me the information, so I shared it.
Do you have a doppelganger?
There's a whole lot of people who say that I have a twin all over the place. But there's all kinds of them.
I haven't met her yet.
I've seen a lot that actually people have turned around thinking that they've heard my voice, or that they've see the back of my head and think it's or see a back of a head and think it's me.
Well, that's different though.
And then when I turn around, they go, but that I could be, it's different. Yeah, it's all kinds of different ones. So, but. It's just one of those fun things.
So no,
but we do have what we have an independent garden center gift certificate to give away by the end of the show.
I'll do it right now because we're up against the break.
Sure.
So here's what the deal is: $20. This is worth the same as a $20 bill is worth.
Yep.
If you bring it to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery.
That's it.
You want to hear something really pretty, by the way?
And I believe they're probably closed today.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they are. But they $20, and they are an independent nursery, so sometimes you'll find some of the more interesting stuff in your independent nurseries and garden centers.
Can you hear that?
I sure can.
This is a wind chime.
Right? Yeah, it's beautiful.
From Bob Wines.
Nice.
And it's playing the notes of Amazing Grace.
Wow.
Can you sort of kind of hear it?
Yeah.
So I guess if the wind blows just right, just then it did it.
Yeah.
Did you hear it? I'm trying to See, it plays the notes for Amazing Grace, and Lori and Frank teamed up on me.
There you go.
And gave it. It was such a nice thing
sweet.
to get.
That's
so if you
sweet.
would like a $20 gift certificate to Bob Wines, now you can't use it on a wind chime.
You can't use it on the wind chimes, but you can use it on plant material.
Can use it on plants, yeah. So we'll take your call right now during the break, 622-9622. I'll just give it away at random, pick a phone call. Let me take that break, and we'll be right back with Carol Ann, and be back on the other side.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A mix of sun and clouds today with some thunderstorms, especially inland for the afternoon. A high of 90 to 94. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 73 to 77. Tomorrow and Thursday, an afternoon thunderstorm, especially inland. We should stay dry at the coast. Otherwise, partly sunny with highs of 90 to 94 both days. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hey Ocala, if you missed out on the fabulous BOGO on crepe myrtles last week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, don't worry. Due to popular demand, Bob is extending his buy one, get one for another week. But don't wait. Many of your favorites are going fast. All sizes of crepe myrtles, all colors, even those exotics, all buy one, get one free this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Are you looking for other outstanding deals? Well, this week, there's a gigantic selection of hanging baskets perfect for warm weather color, all buy one, get one at half price. If you're mulching, don't forget Bob Wine's famous pine straw mulch, as little as $4.50 a bale when you buy 10 or more. Hurry on over this week to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens for your share of the savings. Southeast 38th Street, just east of Lake Weir Avenue. Same blooming place since 1952.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Although relationships do take work, it should not be the job of just one person to keep it afloat. Kickboxing provides a cardio workout that engages every muscle group in the body. It regulates our blood pressure, reducing feelings of anger. Most of us skip taking naps because we think they're a sign of laziness, but many studies have found that napping for as little as 10 minutes a day is proven to boost memory, creativity, and learning.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. It's really a nice day out there, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be a warm one again. Like as usual. I mean, we've been saying for a couple months now is watch out if you're going outside. Make sure you're hydrated. Drink some water before you leave the house. If you're going out and about, that's the first way to, stay hydrated before you get out and start sweating. Wear something cool. I've seen people lately carrying the umbrella, not for the rain.
For the sun.
But for the shade.
Yeah.
So, if you've got a nice big, like the golf umbrella where they give you some nice coverage, you can give yourself and maybe somebody else some shade with you, and that help to keep yourself a little cooler.
Isn't there a plant called a fireworks plant? Isn't there?
There's a couple of them. There's a firecracker. Some people call it a fern. It's not actually a fern, but a firecracker plant.
Huh.
And it looks like, the leaves come up kind of very ferny-like,
Right.
and on the tips of them are little red flowers. So it gives you that, that pow, the firecracker.
Oh, we have
kind
a
of fun.
phone call coming in. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Yeah, good morning again. Hugh calling in real quick. I just wanted to say, anybody that's going out for the fireworks or any place this evening, I know in my backyard the mosquitoes are really hungry right now. To take some spray along.
Good advice.
There you go. Very good advice.
Okay, so load up before you go.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
You're welcome. That is, really good advice, because we still do have that issue around Zika virus and some of the other just mosquito-borne diseases that can come about, and just who wants to be slapping themselves all evening or
I hate
itchy, and
mosquitoes.
there's some people who are much more sensitive. Somebody showed me the other day, we just want to keep them off our porch so I can step outside, and I think the guy wanted to be able to go have a smoke or something out on his front step, and he showed me his back, and he was just ate up by mosquitoes.
Oh, that's not good.
And so there's, for the yard and for the landscape, there are some organic repellents out there, but with the amount of rain we get, sometimes they don't last or are not quite as effective as maybe they'd be in a little bit drier area in the summer, but you could probably surround a porch area and things with them. They are very garlicky. In some of their scent, they have a tendency to be a little strong, but it does fade down. There are the synthetic yard foggers. My thought is you spray them before you're planning on being out, so you're getting the chairs out, you're getting your stuff out. Go ahead and fog it like an hour or so before. That way you're not going out and go, whoa, it stinks a bug smell.
Does that
it kills mosquitoes on contact.
No, that candle, that yellow candle.
Oh, the citronella candles.
Does that work?
Citronella candles work. You need to put them about every 15 feet, though. Same with like the tiki torches and things like that, and keep them going. But they do work. I'm one, if I go camping, I put them under my picnic table, because the mosquitoes always seem to be underneath the table.
Yeah.
And if you put one on the other, maybe one on top, you're actually covering a nice area under your dining canopy or something like that. And it's keeping it in that general area. The lemongrass and people are using all different kind of plant material to try to keep mosquitoes at bay. Realize it takes a lot of it to really give a true repellency. So if it's a patio area, you can probably do okay with a few containers or planted in the landscape of the lemongrass, the citronella plant, things like that, where you can have them in containers. A fan out on the porch helps too.
Yes.
So just bring that pedestal fan outside and turn it on. But if it's going to rain, bring it back in the house. You don't want to destroy your fan or get anybody electrocuted. But there are also, if you have an outdoor patio and you're thinking of ceiling fans, there are exterior ceiling fans available on the market, so that they won't be damaged by the moisture and things outside.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And you do have a phone call.
Fantastic.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Hey, Carol Ann, another old school way of getting rid of mosquitoes is incense.
Yeah, you can get some incense, the stick.
Yeah, you can still find it at most convenience stores in a long sticks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
That really works.
Yeah, and of course, today's not a flea market day, but I know at the flea market they have several different, there's different vendors because they sell candles and the incense and things like that too. So, during the spring and summertime, great time to go stock up.
All right. Thank you for the tip. How come the guy smoking? How come just smoking didn't?
I mean, you would think it would have, but I guess it was just being out on his front porch, coming in and out of his house. He just had a real bad issue with it. Go around the yard, tip over the stuff that's got water in it. If you have, say, a water barrel, rain collector, make sure you've got a good screen over it, or you can get the mosquito dunks that are BT. If you don't have a big one, you just break those things up and throw a little piece in there. That'll help keep the mosquito larvae at bay. But
What's
look
BT
around.
stand for?
BT, Bacillus thuringiensis.
Okay, and is that good for?
It's good for mosquito larvae.
Can you do that in the bird bath too?
You could do it in bird bath because it won't harm wildlife.
And it won't harm the bird. Oh, that's my answer.
It won't harm the birds. Yeah.
I wondered about that.
And then if you've got a low area, things like that collect, got some puddles or whatever, you might even think it's just a few pinches of.
Where do you get that?
Any of the big box stores should have it in their garden centers.
BT, okay.
BT, they'll say mosquito dunks.
Mosquito dunks.
And they look like little biscuits or little donuts, and you pretty much on something small quantity, probably break it up with a hammer or something, cut it up into some pieces, and that way you can use smaller quantity, because I think each dunk does quite a large. If you have a pond that doesn't have fish in it, doesn't have enough water movement, you might be getting mosquitoes. You can throw some in there.
And you have a phone call. Good morning. Thank you for waiting. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Hey, Larry. Another thing that works is wood smoke.
Yeah, that
But
sort of
don't get
chases
too-
everybody
don't
away.
get too far away from the fire unless you're flavored like the smoke too, and they will not bother you.
Yeah, it's just if you can stand just being in smoke all day, that's a little tough. It's,
Well,
yeah,
my smoke is hickory smoke. It's good.
Yeah, hickory's pretty good because oak is a little harsh. It's a little acrid, and it burns your nose.
acid.
Yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Frank. Appreciate the call. Wow, just about 5 minutes left. So your plans for today? You have to work
Because
today?
I do have to work
Oh, my
today,
gosh.
so and unfortunately I get off at an odd hour. The store closes at 8, so we get out at about 8:30.
So you'll be driving home and you'll be seeing fireworks.
Right, or they'll be going off shortly thereafter. So I think I got my little kiddie pool sitting at the house. I can go home and get myself a cool beverage and hop in the kiddie pool.
Are you close enough to hear the neighborhood fireworks?
Oh yeah.
Do you do your own? Do you?
Not usually, just because. Well, I feel sorry for the dog.
Right. Yeah.
And it's funny, even though I just had a birthday. Everybody used to think, oh, you got a July birthday, you gotta love fireworks, and everybody
missed
used
your
to give me
birthday?
fireworks
Oh, my
for my
gosh.
birthday, and it was like, why? I really
Happy
get tired of it.
birthday! I
Thank
can't believe
you.
we forgot.
Yeah, it was Sunday, so you missed it.
Oh man.
That's quite all right, but it's just another day.
You and Frank have the same birthday. That was his
Do
birthday
we?
too.
It was
Yeah.
Sunday. Cool. Happy birthday, Frank.
Must be.
Okay.
What did they say? Kindred spirits.
Could be.
You both like camping.
Yeah. Camping in plants and things like that, and fireplaces, and all works. But he's right, though. If you're going to have a fire that's going to be smoky, say you're cooking out and stuff, and you want, what did he say? The hickory wood is a
Right.
much better smell than the actual
right.
oak is. And if you're going to cook, make sure you don't put any pine in there, or everything will be black.
Did I ever tell you this? And if I did, I apologize.
Yeah.
Doug's mom years ago told me that if you have fleas in the house, you line the rooms with twigs from a crepe myrtle bush.
Crepe myrtle.
Yeah, that's what she told me. I never
Huh.
tried it, but
Interesting.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
I don't know if it's true.
Right,
And
right. Who knows?
She's gone, so I don't know.
Right, can't.
I guess we could try
The
it.
only way you can find out is to do it yourself. If you've got anybody with fleas in the house,
don't you hate fleas?
Oh, they're horrible.
I told myself when I die, I'm going to ask God, why did you make mosquitoes? It's the one thing you could have not made.
Could have, yeah.
But we had a listener who answered the question for me. Mosquitoes are the food of bats.
And also of purple martins.
Okay.
So so it's a food source. It's just, why do they have to bite us? that's. I mean, I can deal with the buzzing in the ear. I might be able to
I
catch
hate
it.
that.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning, Carol Ann.
Morning.
Banana plants. So, do they only bloom one time a year for the bananas?
Yeah, they're not a year-round bloomer. They bloom in order to fruit, usually starting sometime in spring. I mean, the plant, each plant itself will only put on one bloom because it comes up out of the
after
center.
it blooms, should we cut it down or just leave it?
Leave it as long as it's standing. I would let winter cut it down, actually, and just, because you're going to, that tree's only going to bloom the one time. So some people go ahead and cut it down. To me, I feed that because underground you've got that whole. I think they actually call it a mat. It's like a rhizomal area underground that more pups will come up. So if you've got that green tree still standing after you've cut your hands of bananas off, it's still producing food for the underground root system. So it's feeding any new ones that'll be popping up.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And my bananas are going to be ripe. And how long did it take last time?
Took we had a few ripening in about a week.
pretty
I thought
quick.
it was.
It was pretty quick, yeah.
Maybe if you put them in tonight, maybe next week we may.
All
have
right.
banana.
That'll be our experiment for the
Yep.
week. Have a great Independence Day. Thank you, Caroline, for
You
what
too,
you
Larry.
do. And be careful driving out there.
Sure will.
Wacky
sure will.
people.
Yep, it becomes amateur hour.
Yes. All right. We will be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.